Hey guys, Connor with Guns and Stuff, and today I finally have my MPR out to the range instead of back to Ruger getting fixed or whatever. So pretty much I'm just going to shoot some groups at 100, maybe 200, maybe 300 yards to take you guys along for the ride. I've got a few different types of ammunition, some match grade stuff, some ball stuff. So we'll see what I can get out of this today. Let's just do it. Let's get right into it and let's get shooting. Okay, so I'm down here looking at my groupings with the MPR. This was first, so I was getting sighted in, brought it in. Finally got to here. These 5 groups were with Wolf 55 grain 223. So this was my first grouping. As you can see, it's a little wild. These are 2-inch squares, and I'm shooting at 100 yards. A little bit more wild than I thought. Maybe I was just getting a little more comfortable behind the rifles, kind of getting, I don't know, kind of breaking myself in for the day. Second group wasn't too bad. Now these two, that guy and that guy, were called flyers. I called those. I knew I pulled them. So I know that those are, those are part of the group. I understand that. But I just measured this. It was 1 5/8 inches. This is my next group, 7/8 of an inch. Wolf 55 grain 223. That's kind of wild, 1 5/8. That one, I don't really know what happened. And then this is only one group. I'm gonna go back up and get some more groups for you guys. This is Privy Partisan 75 grain 223, 7/8 of an inch. So again, real quick, we can take a look at these. I do expect, hopefully I can get a little bit better than this, but that's sub MOA. That's sub MOA. Not too bad. Most of this is definitely my part. I mean, that's obvious. It's always the shooter that makes the mistakes, but that wouldn't have been a bad group. And there's the Privy group, 75 grain. So let's go and get some more groups. Alright, so back here downrange, this is the first PPU group. This group was 1.5 inches, and I pulled this last round. I'm calling that low, and it makes me so angry because that was pretty darn good, but of course I pulled one of them. This was my tightest group so far. I was just under 1/2 of an inch, and that's 3 rounds of the PPU 75 grain. I'll take that for sure. Got 2 other groups here. This is just over 1/8 of an inch, 1 1/4 inch here, and I was holding here because I was consistently hitting right and a little high, so I try to hold. Then I adjusted, and then I got this group. Dang, it happens, I guess. Happens to the best of us. It could have been a really good group, but that's pretty good. I'll take that for sure. So this is all PPU 75 grain. So there's those 2. There's the tight one. And again, this is all at 100 yards. Alright, so my next few groups is with Independence 5.56 millimeter 55 grain. None of these groups are really worth measuring, I don't think. That was my first group, kind of wild. Remember, those are 2-inch squares, approximately 2-inch squares. First group. Second group, that's a called flyer. I knew I pulled that one. There's another one. Not too bad. That's kind of just I took probably 2 or 3 groups of 5 or 6 rounds, and then let's go back to that one. I held there because I was hitting a little low left. I held high right. That one went pretty much right where I wanted it. That's just kind of a bunch of random groups. I did some adjusting. I don't know what the heck happened right there, but I didn't call that one. probably did something. And you can notice some of these groups here kind of left to right. That's probably me. That is me squirming around the rifle, behind the rifle a little bit too much. Just human error. First group, tighter. Yeah, that one's all right. So this is with 55 grain 5.56 Independence.
I'm gonna get some 300 yard shooting with the MPR.
Hopefully. Got some steel. This is about 330 yards away.
300 yards right there.
Whatever that one is right in the middle.
But let's see what we can do.
All right, so I'm here at the longer range. We have some steel down at about 330, 340 yards. Then we have a big human-sized silhouette at 300 yards. I'm gonna try to get some footage from the spotting scope. Maybe you guys will see the vapor trail, maybe not. But we're just gonna go ahead and shoot some steel with the MPR, about 300 yards, 330 yards, and see how that goes.
That's a hit. I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. So I'm shooting the MPR. This is a 30 round PMag I've never had in the rifle before. And if you guys remember my video I posted the other day about the magazines not holding open, totally different PMag. I've never had this in the rifle. It won't lock open. Try to take it out, maybe put it back in. Did it that time. Not catch it. There it is. Really only catching when it wants to. So kind of talking about the bolt not locking open again, I have one round. This PMag has never been in this rifle, ever. If you watch my other video, the one PMag, it was not locking open. We'll see if this one does it. I've had two brand new magazines, not brand new, but two new to this rifle, two magazines today that haven't held open, and this is after I've already had a decent amount of rounds through it. So just one round just to see if it locks open, the magazine's in. Take a shot here. Nope, didn't hold open. Alright, so wrapping up the range day with the MPR. I had 230 rounds through this rifle today, no issues functionality wise. The only thing I started having an issue with was, at the first magazine I was using today was my 10 round PMag, locked open every time. And then I started putting my 30 round PMags and my 20 round Colt magazine in, and it would not lock open. The bolt would never lock open. So at first I thought it was the old PMag, as you saw in my other video. If you haven't watched that, check it out. It's in the description. I thought I was having a bolt catch issue. Then I kind of pinpointed it to the magazine. Magazine might be fine. I don't really know. The PMags and everything weren't locking open on the last round on this. The 10 round PMag was fine. So something to keep in mind. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm thinking it's something in here. I don't know if there's gunk in there or something, or a little burr. I'm not sure. Something's not right. It is what it is. Shooting wise though, again, 230 rounds, no issues whatsoever. You know, extracted and cycled every round fine. The tightest group I shot today was only at 100 yards with 75 grain PPU match ammo, just under a half of an inch. It was a hair under half of an inch. But with the other just ball ammo, I would say, I don't even know what my average was, maybe an inch and a half at 100 yards. Most of that, and I'm sure I could tighten that up, but you know, shooter error. This thing is a much better shooter than I am, that's for sure. But I went out to 300 yards on some steel, no issues hitting there. Overall, I'm pleased with how this shoots. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what's going on with the bolt catch. Again, the rifle works fine, functions, feeds, everything. Tightest group was just under an inch and a half. I don't really know what else to say about it. Seems like a pretty solid rifle. Hopefully I'll have a video talking about if I can fix that bolt catch issue, because I think it is a rifle issue, not a magazine issue anymore. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Connor with Guns and Stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.